Hello and good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another stream. We are playing Ark Raiders today, so we are going to be solo going in and hoping for the best while we raid this morning. So good morning, good morning. I hope you all are excited. It is Wednesday. It is time to talk about Christmas, because it is coming up, and have some fun. So settle in and let's have a good morning and start the month of November off right. I found out we are getting some new glow stuff in our city, which I'm very excited for. A new glow thingy here, some more Christmas events. We have Trans-Siberian Orchestra coming, which I'm very excited to maybe go see. We've seen them once. It was an absolute blast to see. So maybe again. And then who knows what else. We're planning on a trip to a tea house. We've got a tea house maybe coming up. We've got so much to talk about, so much to do, and I'm so excited to have you all here this morning. We've got a couple missions we are doing for the game today. Today we need to visit the Olive Grove, so that is where we are going to be heading first. We are diving completely alone, so hopefully we can survive. We've had some pretty good luck, and I hate to jinx myself by saying we've had a lot of good luck lately, but we have had a lot of good luck lately, so hopefully that good luck can continue. I've been gearing up pretty good, and I've been super enjoying this game. Oh, there's someone over there already, so let's be smart about this. Let's do this. Let's call this in. And let's go up and around them, maybe. Maybe if I don't sneak up on them, maybe I can get completely around them and they just won't even know I exist. That's kind of my goal here, and maybe that'll distract them. Like, oh, someone's already leaving. Maybe they got some good loot. Maybe they'll go over there and think that they're... Oh.
Hey, don't shoot! Come on, dance
That guy
with me.
snuck up right on me.
Check this out.
Thanks.
Ooh, okay. That went better than expected. That person could have just taken me out and taken all my loot, so that is about as lucky as we can get. I know there's still one more person up here, though. So we gotta be careful of that. Where are they at? Oh, I don't know where they went. Okay, well, we're gonna keep pressing our luck and continue on. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. There they are. I see them. Looks like they're calling in a extract, or a... No, that's a supply drop, so... That's okay. We just need to turn this on. That's all we need to do to complete our quest. We just need to hit this. Alright, we're good. Ooh, we'll take that ammo, too. Okay. What else do we need to do here? Trapper's Glade and the Data Vault.
Let's go to Trapper's Glade.
Okay, we can go back up there. We can do this. Just take it slow, find the loot, complete the quests, and don't make the Ark thingies mad. Very simple. I was also looking through games for the next, until December. Are there any more games coming out this year that people are hyped for? I was looking through a list of it. I just didn't see anything all that interesting for the rest of the year. Is that Arena Breakout? No, this is Ark Raiders. This is the new Ark Raiders that came out on October 30th. It is a PvPvE extraction shooter game. that is pretty popular. They hit over 300, I think 350,000 concurrent players just on Steam this last weekend. And that's just Steam. That's not even counting like consoles. Like they are killing it for players. So it's pretty popular, but it is fully PvP. So if you don't like PvP games, you will hate this game because players will come out of nowhere and just absolutely decimate you. 3 views? Yeah, I am struggling this morning. Not getting a whole lot of views. Lately the whole oh, is that a missile? The last month or so, my views are way down, and I don't know what is causing. I don't know if it's because I've not made some Helldivers content in a while, because I've been playing Hark Raiders and the new Pokemon and things like that. Thank you for the likes and sub. I appreciate that. I don't know what it is. It's just something changed. I don't know if it's the algorithm or bad luck or what, but lately I just haven't been getting seen. All right, we just saw an explosion up there. Is he fighting a player or is he fighting an Ark? Let's see if we can get a better angle here. I don't see a robot, so he must be fighting another player, so let's let them duke it out. We're not gonna fight them. We need to nail down the roof plates on the Raider structure near Trappers. We have to go up there, of course. Of course we have to go up there. We're taking big risks here. I don't know why. Maybe we can help him out and he will appreciate the help. There we go. Okay.
Don't shoot! We did it, boys! Don't shoot!
Okay, it sounds like there's multiple people here.
Hey, don't shoot!
Did you play Campfire? I have not played Campfire, no. I am also looking for recommendations right now, though. My parents want to play Dungeons and Dragons. What campaign should I run for them? Like a first-time player in D&D, like do I just throw them right into Strahd? Do I play like the Wild Beyond the Witchlight? If you have a D&D campaign to recommend, I will take it. Jonathan's here. Good morning, Jonathan. How is it going today? How old am I? I am 34. I am ancient. I am over the hill. I am too old. Okay. Let's fix this. Is this what we need to fix? That is not what we need to fix. We need to nail down a roof or something. What are we looking for here?
I'm looking for the roof.
Just out of the dentist? Everyone's going to the dentist. I don't know what it is. The last few days, everyone's going to the dentist. I look like I'm 20 or 25. You were probably the first person to ever say that. I have always looked way older than I actually am. When I was 18, people thought I was 30, so I've always been old at heart. Alright, we're looking for something to nail down. Ooh, we'll take that. I hear the players talking. I see them talking. I just want them to leave me alone. I don't want to bother them. I just want to complete the quest and get out of here. This is Ark Raiders.
Hey, don't shoot!
Yep, not gonna shoot. Friendly.
This is a PvE VP extraction shooter that just came out.
Alright, I'm gonna go find me a bomb for the fight. Alright, man, good luck.
Maybe this isn't the right structure. Maybe I'm in the wrong place. Maybe that's why I'm not getting what I need. Well, that didn't work. It just threw me right off the cliff. See if there's another structure around here. Maybe I'm in the wrong area. Ooh, there's stone cairns. Lots of stone cairns. That's got to be the structure, right? That looks like... You look like Technoblade. You know, I've never seen Technoblade. I never watched Technoblade, but I became aware of him when all the memes came out for him after his passing. So God rest his soul. I don't really know much about Technoblade, but I'm so glad that he had such a wonderful group of people surrounding him in those last few years. You know. I've never been told I look like Technoblade, but a lot of people have told me I look like Mr. Beast. I still don't know if that's a compliment or not. Is this the roof we need to hammer? Maybe one of those? It might be time just to leave. We've pushed our luck pretty far already. I guess let's go check this building out really quick and then... What's wrong with Jimmy? You know, I've never watched Mr. Beast stuff either, but... And this is... It's all speculation, right? If you go online, you'll see a ton of people who talk about bad things that Mr. Beast does or scandals he's involved in. Are they true? I don't know. You know, I try to stay out of the internet drama. I cannot believe how much content out there is just drama farming between like streamers and all that sort of thing. I try not to be involved in any of that. Ooh, a portable TV. Let's grab that. That seems like it could be useful. Mods, rope. Zen, hello. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ark Raiders. And welcome to November. Can you all believe it? The year is almost over. It is Christmas time. We've made it. We have made it through 2025 almost. Almost completely made it through the year 2025. Thank you. I appreciate that, Hazma. Like I said, my views have been way down, and I don't do this for views or stuff right now, you know. I do this because I enjoy it, but it always helps to have views, you know. Streaming to no one's no fun. I'm debating whether right now to play No Man's Sky or Monster Hunter Iceborne. Monster Hunter, can't go wrong with Monster Hunter Iceborne, although No Man's Sky did just put out that really big update, so... I've heard that Monster Hunter has had some, or No Man's Sky's new update is a lot of fun, so it is on the list of things to me to go play. I want to go back and play Monster Hunter also, but we have yet to have, they still haven't made Monster Hunter playable. Like, it has continually had problems. Can't update No Man's Sky because my dad doesn't have enough space on his PS5. I had to get that multiple terabyte PS5 drive because I too have filled up way too much of my PS5 with random things. Hairline check if it's fire. My hair is a mess. I don't know about calling it awesome, but this is not good. Oh, let us in, Get us out of here. Just barely made it by the skin of our teeth. Anyways, there's my horrible hair. So, if that's worth a sub to you, that is my ugly hair. All right, we made it through another one live, and we got part of a quest done. So we're gonna go back in, And I think I actually have a quest. Let me check really quick. When is Monster Hunter 16 plus? I think Monster Hunter became 16 plus in the last few updates. They added some cross stuff and with other games. When they started adding cross stuff to other games, it caused all sorts of stuff. So I think when they started adding the cross-platform extras is when it became 16 plus. Ooh, careful with that. So YouTube is cracking down on people giving out ages and doxing all that. So I'm deleting that for your safety. We definitely don't dox yourself and give out ages, especially if you're under 18. There's so many problems with doxing and grooming and other issues. All right, Hazma, have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the likes and all that. Wanna keep everyone safe here. Speaking of keeping someone safe, thank you, Dan. I gotta say, I'm frustrated. Tell me if I'm in the wrong here. The story time. Tell me if I'm in the wrong. So recently, someone I know got cancer, and they beat cancer, and I'm so happy that they beat cancer. But they got it, lung cancer, from smoking. So I asked them, like, hey, now that you've beaten lung cancer and you've gone through all the stuff, are you going to quit smoking? And they said yes. And I'm very happy that they're quitting smoking. I was like, great, are you going to throw all your stuff away? And they said, oh, no, I know someone else who smokes, so I'm just going to give it all to them. And it's just like, you beat cancer, you had this huge scare, you've gone through all this pain and suffering, you know that smoking caused it and caused all this heartache, and you're just going to give it to someone else so that they can go give themselves cancer? Like, you would think that you would have a little bit more empathy, like, you know what, I'm going to throw this away because no one should be smoking and causing this problem. And I can't support the decision to give it to someone else so that they can hurt themselves with it, you know? Like, am I in the wrong there? Because I feel like I'm not, but my mom is a chronic smoker. I definitely hope that smoking will be one of those things that will eventually completely go away in our society. I understand we're all adults. I understand people can make their decisions for themselves. I understand that it's not my place to tell other people what they can or can't do. But I definitely do feel like society would be better off if we got rid of all smoking and alcohol. You know, throw the alcohol in there. We don't need alcohol in our society either, you know? All it does is cause problems, so okay, we're in trouble here. This is a bad start. We're spotted. It's a gray line. The risk of smoking isn't enough for them to feel at ease, like it's temporary relief in exchange for permanent damage. And here's the thing, like, I understand it. I was a smoker because I worked a really, really, really horrible job that stressed me out to no ends, and smoking, even temporarily, made the pain go away. And I knew that I was trading my health for that temporary relief. But here's the thing, like, it was accessible. If it wasn't accessible to me in the first place, I would have never started, right? So if they didn't make smoking accessible, we could help a lot of people's health just by not making it accessible, right? Smoking has been a thing for centuries, and only now people are starting to deny taking tobacco, but that's why they made other stuff to replace tobacco and nicotine. I understand that it's been around for a long time, but I don't think that's a good reason to keep it around. Like, yes, people have been smoking since the dawn of time, but that doesn't mean we as a society should keep it around. The same thing with drinking. Like, alcohol is one of the oldest things mankind has. Like, we have figured out how to ferment things a long time ago, but just because we've had it forever doesn't mean we should continue to support it, right? We as a society can move can move past it and say, yes, this is something we've done for a very long time, and now it's time for us as a society to move past it. But then again, I mean, right now we're dealing with people who still deny, like, that kids should be able to eat, right? So with the whole food stamp thing going on right now, like, we can't even get people to agree on that. So we're not going to get rid of alcohol anytime soon, because people can't even agree on simple things that shouldn't be a disagreement. So the fact that every day now, like, I scroll through Facebook memes, which is awful. Don't ever go to Facebook memes. Facebook memes is not worth it. But the fact that I see people who are celebrating, who are like, yes, finally they're getting rid of food stamps, and this means all these poor people are going to have to start stealing, and one of them's going to try and steal from me, and I'm going to get to use my Second Amendment right on one of these poor... They're so eager to shoot somebody that they're celebrating other people losing access to benefits because it might mean that they might steal from them, and they finally get to shoot someone. Like, the amount of people who are just fetishizing, like, oh, I finally the day gets to come that I get to use my Second Amendment. It's so absolutely gross. And the only thing that makes it even grosser is these are people who have, like, biblical phrases in their stuff, right? Like, they're like, I'm a Christian, but I'm waiting to shoot someone. Like, it's so absolutely unacceptable how eager and willing they are to end somebody else for their own twisted little fantasy. It's hard to get rid of something that's been seen as normal for so long. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It would be a darn near impossible task to actually get it removed from society. But that doesn't mean that it's not worth pursuing, right? Like, just because it's difficult doesn't mean that it's not worth investing the time and effort into to try and make our society better. Everybody wants to use their emotional support firearm. It is, and it is so weird, and it's got to be an American thing, because I've never seen a video from any other culture doing this. But the amount of people who sit there and watch, like, Fox News and, like, oh, the immigrants and all the evil is, I'm gonna sit by my door, and today's gonna be the day that someone's gonna finally break in and I'm gonna get to use it. Like, they're frothing at the mouth. And here's the thing is, like, if you think that way, you probably shouldn't own a firearm. Like, if you are overly eager to use your firearm, you are not the kind of person that I want to own a firearm. I'm a gun owner. I'm more scared of the government. See, that is a completely logical thing to feel right now, especially considering the government sicking ice on people, and, like, the government saying that we're going to go into Nigeria. And here's the thing. I'm torn on Nigeria. There is, without a doubt, some terrible things going in Nigeria. My problem is that it's very clear that Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria, and that we're going to take action and go in there and help them. I like helping Christians. My problem is there are problems all over the world, and there are people all over the world starving and suffering. And when we as Christians go in and say, okay, well, we have all these problems going on in the world, we're going to help the other Christians out, it makes us look selfish and terrible, right? Like, it's good to help other Christians, but also when it comes at...
Don't shoot!
When it comes at the cost of, well, we're only going to help Christians, we're not going to help anyone else, it makes us look selfish and terrible. Ooh, complex gun parts. We're going to put that in our safe pocket, because that is some epic loot right there we came across. And there will come a day, if things are going the way all the conspiracy theorists are saying, there will come a day when we lose our Second Amendment rights, when those start to be infringed upon. And I'm really curious if the same people who are cheering so loudly now are going to be in support of that when the time comes where they start saying, we're going to take this away. U.S. government has a pattern of nitpicking specific issues to solve and ignoring others. Oh, definitely. that is government 101, right? And especially tyrannical government is we ignore our own problems and we go and solve problems we can solve. I'm just saying it's a complex issue with a lot of issues, but I really dislike when Christians specifically support other Christians but ignore everything else, because it makes us look like terrible, heartless people, right? Like, we literally have people... Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're running. Oh, we're in trouble. We have people right now talking about not being able to know where their next food is coming from, right? Like, we have our own people who are suffering, and yet we're going to go get into a foreign affair and start fighting in that rather than dealing with the problems we have in our own home. Like, that's the problem I have, is that when we focus on other people's problems and not our own, it makes us look very selfish or like we have an agenda, which clearly they do have an agenda, but that doesn't make it right. Okay, let's heal. We're in trouble. I love the casual bashing of the US government and great gameplay. This would make Ron Swanson happy. I am no fan of the government, and it also sucks that we're at a place and time where saying that puts me on a potential watch list or complaint group or other things, right? We have a president who said that it is illegal to criticize him, and so the question is, as I sit here and criticize him, how much danger do I put myself and my family into by being critical of these things that we should have a right to be critical of? But also, like, we can't live in fear, right? Like, we can't spend all of our time living in fear of, well, the government doesn't want this, or the government says that. Like, at the end of the day, eventually we just have to say, oh well. Oh well, if you don't like that, then you don't like that. I'm still going to speak my mind. Is that the thing we need? What does this do? I feel like Dee Dee in here. This is a deep cut. I just pressed a random button. What does this button do? It's Dexter's Lab up in here. Ooh, what does this button do? I'm from the government and I'm here to help. You caught a shiny binnacle and a shiny gibble. Shiny gibble is a real find. I don't know about a shiny binnacle. Binnacle's a pretty lame Pokemon, if I do say so myself. I don't know that I'd be excited about getting the shiny binnacle. All right. Let's see. I'm looking for a cat bed for my chicken up in here. So let's try and grab that, and then let's get out of here with our loot. We're running low on supplies. We have no more shield. We're running low on time, so let's get the stuff and get out of here. Ben's here. Good morning, Ben. Alright, this has already been looted, so that's not looking good. It gets a new Mega, it's the best of all of them. That's not saying much, considering most of the Megas are pretty hideous. I know you say I have no whimsy, but I do stand by that the new Pokemon game is one of the worst Pokemon games they've made, so... I'm too impressed by you saying that it's got a good Mega, when most of the Megas are pretty awful. I'm going to give Pokemon one more chance. I'm going to give Pokemon Generation 10, the next Wind and Surf, or whatever the next Pokemon is. And if that one fails to impress me, I think that will be it. That will be my last Pokemon game ever. If Pokemon Generation 10 fails to impress, I think I've reached a point where I can safely say I'm done with Pokemon. I'm done with their mediocre, overpriced games. So we'll give it one more fair shake. Is this game DayZ with robots? Yes, essentially. That would be an accurate way to put it. See, smoke grenade. Ooh, an accordion. Ooh, a shield recharger. Yes. Oh. Look at that luck. Oh, the game smiled upon us. Plastic, chemicals, nothing good, nothing good. My chicken wants a cat bed, so we're currently searching for a cat bed. Cloth, adrenaline, plastic. Ooh, duct tape. Can't go wrong with duct tape. Have you tried Fox Hunt? Yes. Yes. I played Fox Hunt mode. I am truly, truly awful at it, but it was fun. I was definitely impressed with Fox Hunt mode. Oh, we found a rosary. Look at that. Based game has a rosary in it. That just makes us like the game even more, right?
Head home at the Cliffside Air Shaft.
All right, let's get out of here. I'm so bad at it. Out of 20 matches, I only won one. I didn't place higher than like 4th place, I don't think, on most of the matches, so I'm pretty bad at it too. The thing I don't like the camouflage and the slow gameplay is a lot of fun. I like a lot of Fox Hunt, but I do feel like it feels a little strange. Like the guns feel so weak. Like you're out there getting headshots, and it feels like it's just pinging off of them. Like it's not actually doing any damage. So I don't like that. I don't like that the guns feel weak. These spiders, man, get off of me. Oh, there's more in here. This place is a death trap. Holy cow. So I don't like that. I feel like the guns should be way more like... I feel like the game would be even more slow-paced and even more fun if the weapons had some oomph to it, so there was a little bit more consequence for getting up and running around. I also don't like how, like, when you stand in a circle to complete the game mode, it has to, like, validate you, then you have to be there for a few seconds before it counts, like, as being there. It just feels like it's overly punishing in some places. So, overall, it's fun, but I don't think it's a perfect game mode, so I can't see myself playing it long term. I'm glad that it's there, but I think it needs some improvement still. Oh.
Hey, don't shoot!
I see you, buddy. Don't shoot me. Fulton several times not getting in the zone long enough. Yeah, that's the thing is like you run in the zone like, oh, I just barely made it, and then it doesn't count you, and that's frustrating. See, this place...
Head home at the Forest Air
This
Shaft.
place is way too guarded. Let's get out of here this way. We're not going to deal with that Rocketeer, and there's a player there. Let's try and get out of here a different way. There's a Tattler up there. I think we can do this. You know, too much action ruins things. Like Rainbow Six Siege. When Rainbow Six Siege came out, I was so excited for it because I love Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six, where there's shooters that are a little bit slower. There's a little bit more tactics and methodical thought to it. And then Rainbow Six Siege within a season became run as fast as you can, jump through windows, do the whole like dodging. It wasn't a realistical tactical shooter anymore. It just became another action game. And that became such a disappointment for me. So I like slower methodical shooters, but I also, to contrary that point, I don't like shooters where when you lose your round, like you get shot early on, you have to wait 5 minutes before the round is over to play again. That is so like overly punishing, and I hate that, where it's like, okay, well, you made a mistake, you've been punished for that mistake, that's good, you should be punished for the mistake, but having to sit there and wait while everyone else has fun for 5 minutes before you get to play again, that feels terrible. Do you like soft games? No. I despise FromSoft games. I do not like any Souls-like games. I do not play Souls-like games. They are the bane of my existence. I absolutely despise those games. I still, like, when they come out, I'll rent them and expect something different, and I always disappoint myself, because what'll happen is, like, oh, I'll give this one a try, and, like, yep, it's another game with clunky controls and a vague story that doesn't really have any meaning, and it's just meh. I just can't get into them. I'm glad they exist for people who can get into them, but they are not for me. Elden Ring is the only one you enjoy. I couldn't find any enjoyment in Elden Ring either. I bought it. I bought it when it came out, played it for a few days, returned it for half credit, because it was just another game. Like, every single one of them is the same. Like, there's nothing innovative. Every Dark Souls or Souls-like game is the exact same game. It's got an overly complicated garbage story, terrible controls, and bosses that you have to sit there and figure out, and there's just nothing that makes them unique. They're just all the same. If you played one, you've played them all. Like, I want to see innovation. I want to see something new. I want to see something that pushes the genre forward, not just more of the same that we've already seen, you know? Let's repair our gear. Let's repair this one. Good. I miss old school Assassin's Creed. I too miss Assassin's Creed before it was an RPG. I would definitely love to see Assassin's Creed return to its roots. I would absolutely love to see that. We're never going to get that. And honestly, I know I've talked about this before, but I'm really, really nervous about the next Assassin's Creed, because the next Assassin's Creed coming out is going to be Assassin's Creed Hex. And I know that game is going to be horribly offensive to Christians. I know that they're going to be like, look, these witches are just trying to do what's right, and this Catholic Church is so evil and horrible out here. I just know that they're going to do terribly on that. They just don't make games like they used to. It's good and bad. One sec, I need to find a certain item. I need to look up where to find this certain item here. Let's see here. I need to find prickly pears in this game. For my chicken. My chicken demands prickly pears. So I need to look up where to find these darn things. Okay. Found it. We're going to the Buried City. Like, I'm glad that they don't make games like NES games anymore, like with horribly repetitive mechanics and overly difficult just for the sake of making the game longer. And like some modern games like The Last of Us, Knights of the Old Republic, are true masterpieces. Helldivers 2, I've talked about Helldivers 2 for no short amount of time. Like, they can still make masterpieces, but for every masterpiece, there's 1,000 people making a friend slop game or pushing out another generic reused asset survival game to make a paycheck, right? I think they should make an AC game where it's during the Civil War with characters like John Brown and Harriet Tubman. Fun fact, if you Google it, the next Assassin's Creed that they were going to work on was actually set during. There was one that was going to be set during the Civil War, and there was going to be some stuff about the Triple K organization, and they canceled that game, citing political reasons, saying that they just don't know that your average gamer would be interested in a game where you free the slaves and where you take out these wicked and evil organizations. So we have no one to blame that we don't have that, except for gamers who are out here being so racist, cruel, and evil that they literally had to cancel a game over it because they thought that a game about freeing slaves would be too political and there would be backlash from your average gamer on it. And to show you how racist and horrible and toxic your average gamer is, when Assassin's Creed, the Japanese one came out, Shadows, with the samurai, there were so many people screaming and complaining that how dare you have a black samurai. They could not stomach the thought of having to play as a black samurai, or even worse, having to play as a woman. There are so many people that boycotted the game because they didn't want to play as those two options, that they faced real backlash for it. That's how horrible your average gamer is. Did you see the Bible game they're working on? Which one? They're currently working on, I know there's a game called I Am Jesus Christ that is being worked on that we have played. That is truly horrible. There's also a game coming out here soon, hopefully soon, called Wholesome Monster Girl Academy, where you play as monster girls in a Catholic academy and learn about Catholicism through playing Catholic school. So there's a few different Bible games coming out. So which one are you referring to? See, there's some players over there. We're going to ignore. We're looking for cactuses down here. We need cactuses for prickly pears. So we're going to ignore the other players and we're going to look for cactuses. Okay. Prickly pears. This looks like the right spot for them. Ubisoft gave me Shadows for free at the purchase of my processor for my computer. I never even downloaded it. It's not very good, so I can't say it's worth playing. But I mean, if you got it for free, you might as well try it out, right? No harm, no foul on that. But okay, I see cacti, but where are my pears? It's called Gate Zero. No, I haven't heard of that one. Okay, Google. Google Gate Zero.
Gate Zero most often refers to a story-rich action-adventure video game.
All right, I've got it in my Google. So when I'm off stream, I'm going to look that up because I always love looking into a religious game. You know, something to talk about and review. So I will definitely give that a look. All right, we found no pairs, which means either A, someone beat us to it, B, they didn't spawn, or C, I'm in the wrong spot. And unfortunately, I don't know which one it is at this point. I don't know. I guess let's give it one more look over really quick here just to see if I missed anything, but I don't think I did. I see a player. All right, let's go get our loot and get out of here. We'll come back again and try the prickly pears later.
Hey, don't shoot!
Okay, that guy can go by. There's a free flight event happening soon in Star Citizen. Oh, well. I trusted him and I shouldn't have. There goes my super expensive loot and my souped up shotgun. And that's why you don't trust other players. Alright, someone make a grudge list. Raging Bison 12. If we ever see him in game again, we've got to go for revenge. Bummer. There goes, I had a good kit. I had a really good shotgun too. So let's, the good news is we've had quite a few successful extracts, so I should have enough money to be able to afford another kit pretty good in here. So, let's see. In fact, let's make a little bit more money here. We don't need all these binoculars, so let's sell some extras that we don't need. And let's go buy.
Did Shawnee send you?
See, there's a Renegade lever action. I'm gonna buy that.
Someone brought that.
Gonna buy that. And we need a
Ah, you finally decided to pay me a visit. Well, this is a treat, I must say. I've been
looting kit. Alright, we're gonna take our loot kit. Stronger shield. The Renegade. And a kettle. Alright, we'll grab our binoculars, and do we have any bandages left over? I don't think we do. Quick use. Some bandages and a... That's it. Okay. Back in we go. Depressed Herbivore 77. Speaking of Herbivore, y'all know that I'm a vegetarian. But if someone like accidentally serves me meat, I'm gonna eat it, right? Like if I went to a restaurant and I ordered biscuits and gravy, and I didn't realize that their gravy was a sausage gravy, and I should have known that. I should have known that their gravy was a sausage gravy. So I ordered it, and then when they brought it to me, I was like, "Oh, this is meat. I don't eat meat." And like, "Oh, well, we can take it back." And I was like, "No, like you've already put the meat in here. If I send it back, you're just gonna throw it out. Like I'm not gonna waste the food. So, no, I will eat it." And someone got so mad at me for that. And they were like, if you eat meat, even if it's only on accident or such, then you can't call yourself a vegetarian. You have to call yourself a flexitarian, because if you were a real vegetarian, you would have thrown that meat out. And I was like, but the meat's already cooked. They can't serve it to anyone else. We're a lot of people are vegetarian, for moral reasons, not necessarily for health reasons. So like, is it really the morally superior and good thing to do to let that meat go to waste, or say, you know what, I typically don't eat meat, so I will eat it this time so that it doesn't go to waste? That feels like the more morally correct thing to do. But this person was so upset, like, no, you can't call yourself a vegetarian ever again. You have to call yourself a flexitarian. You have to properly identify yourself. And that's one of those people that's, I guarantee that they're a vegan to be better than people like, oh, I need you to identify as a flexitarian so that I know when I talk to you that I'm better than you. You didn't know as a vegetarian? It's one of those things like, I talk about it, but I try not to be. We all know that there are those vegans and vegetarians out there who do it 100% to be like better than you, right? Like, I'm not going like, oh, you eat meat? Well, I could never, you know. I'm just such a morally good person that I couldn't possibly eat meat. But you know, I understand that you're weak and you have to eat the meat, but I'm just so much better than you that I can't. You should ask them if they eat Jell-O and ruin their day. Yeah, Jell-O, they do make vegan Jell-O now, but even like a lot of candy, like a lot of dyes, use beetle parts or bug parts, and even if you eat anything that's processed in a facility, like hot dogs and meat like that, usually has a certain amount of like bugs that are allowed in it, like cockroaches or mice from the conveyor belts and things like that, right? So I'm certain the same thing is for vegetarian and vegan places as well, that there's a certain amount of bugs that might find their way into the conveyor belt and get legally crushed in there and be considered still safe for consumption. So, and I get if you're doing it for ethical reasons, like if you're making a statement, all for you, power to you. Say, no, I'm not going to eat meat because I don't believe in it. But it doesn't give you a moral high ground when the meat is already cooked and served and is going to be thrown out. Like, now you're just contributing to food waste and other problems in the world. So, like, it's a weird hill to die on. Anything dyed red is dyed with cachinelles, which are bugs that grow on cactuses. I also never want to be one of those people that like, oh, we're going to go out to a restaurant. Okay, let's go out and eat at a restaurant. And then like, okay, well, we're going to go here. I'm like, okay, but before we can pick a restaurant, we all need to look at the menu and make sure that there are vegan and vegetarian options. Like, I don't want to be that guy, right? If everyone wants to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, okay, I'll either find something to eat, I'll eat beforehand,
Don't shoot!
or I'll say, you know what? Okay, I don't want to eat any of this, so I'm not going to.
Don't shoot!
Not one single bear around here.
Yeah, I'm looking for the prickly pears too.
It's always a gamble. Like, if there's none, you have to extract and try again. That's like that.
You know, last time I was out here, I just got taken down, so it's a super gamble. So good luck.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna extract right now. You wanna come with me?
I was vegetarian for 6 or 7 years. I just miss seafood too much. You all know how I feel about seafood. Seafood should not be eaten, not for moral or health reason, but because everything in the sea is basically just bugs and spiders. And I stand on that hill that if you eat shrimp, you should be, if you eat shrimp, you should be just as okay eating tarantulas. I need meat with every meal or I'm just sad. The Morningstar, who makes the fake meat replacements, like the fake chicken nuggets and the fake burger patties, it has gotten impressively good. If you haven't tried meat substitutes lately, it's worth giving a try to. I actually prefer the fake chicken nuggets to regular chicken nuggets now. They have such a unique texture and taste. So it's worth trying. But again, I'm not going to say like, oh, well, you know, if you really cared about the earth, you would give up meat. No, if you want to eat meat, eat meat. Like, I'm not here to be morally superior to anyone. I just personally don't want to contribute to the way that our farms are run. So I don't participate in that because I personally don't want to give them money. Incredibly expensive. Yeah, it is definitely more expensive. You can buy a whole rack of chicken for like $5, but 6 chicken nuggets are like $4. So It is definitely more expensive. That is absolutely true. Has someone already been through here, or am I just unlucky? I bought a 4-pound bag of chicken rings for $10. What is a chicken ring? Is that like an onion ring, but like with chicken instead? Chicken butt and brain meat. This is going to be a deep cut. Do y'all remember that old show Cow and Chicken on Cartoon Network with the devil who was naked and his butt was always hanging out, and they always ate pork butts and taters? That is stuck in my head from being a kid. Pork butts and taters. Have you ever? I've never heard of chicken rings. No, this isn't Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is still coming in the mail. I'm guessing Donkey Kong will come in the mail on Wednesday, so we'll probably be playing Donkey Kong on Friday at this rate. That's my guess, is we'll be playing Donkey Kong on Friday. And my prediction, I'm calling it ahead of time, is that I will not like the game, and that we'll play it for 1 or 2 streams, and then I'll say, yeah, I can't take this anymore, and then I'm going to return it. That is my guess, is that I'm going to hate it. What do vibrators and soybeans have in common? I have no idea, Ben. To be fair, you don't like anything. That's not true. We like this game. We like Helldivers. We like good. We like games that are good. That is the problem. Is my standards are too high. That I like to play games that are good. I am finding 0 loot. I feel like someone's already been here before. They're both used as meat substitutes. That's a pretty good one. I haven't found any shinies either. But to be fair, I haven't really touched Pokemon since I streamed it last. So that's probably more my fault than the game's fault that I haven't found any shinies.
Don't shoot!
What type of shoes do Frog wear? Crocs? I've seen pictures of frogs riding on crocodiles, so it makes sense. Open-toed sandals. I like that one. Oh, hello. That was too close. That guy was like spawn camping me basically. He was all business. What kind of soap do mermaids use? Tide. Oh, hello. Ooh. That was bad. Oh, there's another one. What the heck? Okay, there must be some sick loot in there. That's 3 dudes. That's 3 dudes that came after us. So there must be something worth defending in there. So let's go check that out really quick. There's gotta be something good in here. And there's a turret. Okay, what are they guarding in? What in here is worth so much that they had to send 4 dudes after me? They gotta be guarding something good, right? Maybe not. Shoot, there's a player coming in here. Okay, well, that was a total waste that we, came in here for nothing, apparently.
Take the North Roma Metro entrance.
Alright, no one's been through here yet, so I just saw an enemy. That should mean that we can get out of here. Alright, we're having terrible luck with enemies right now, but again, there's no one down here, so we should be able to get out of here alive. Alright, let's hide. We're going to hide casually over here in a corner. If you had to live in any movie or TV show, which one would you pick? You know, a part of me, my first instinct is My Hero Academia, so I could have a cool quirk, but not everyone gets a quirk, and you know, the world is overrun with super villains, so maybe not that one. You know, most of the action movies are pretty awful for villains and things like that, so... What would be your quirk if you got to pick? This is always a tough toss-up, right? Because people do that all the time. Like, if you could pick a superpower, what would you pick? Like, flight always sounds cool, but then, like, teleportation allows you to instantly go anywhere. That's pretty awesome. But, like, Creaty's quirk allows her to never have to work another day of her life. That's pretty awesome. However, and this is going to be the most boring answer you're ever going to hear. So I fully acknowledge that this is the boring answer. In the start of season, it's either the start of season 3 or 4. Episode 1, when they're doing the recap, they run into that guy who has the quirk that allows him to suck camera lenses into his body, and he can take pictures from any one of his body parts. He can put like lenses all over himself, and he can print photos out of his chest. I know it's lame, but as a photographer, the ability to have a camera lens pop out of any one of my bodies and get like cool angles and lenses and things like that, I gotta say that is a tempting quirk. To have the ability to take a photo from any angle and have any photo lens I want, definitely sounds cool. So I know it's a lame answer, but I kind of want the photo lens quirk. But his laser leaks. Also, speaking of My Hero Academia and leaks, someone just posted the final season is coming out now, and we get to see the final fight of Bakugo versus All for One, and it's so good. It is so good. I am so hyped to finally see the end of Bakugo's redemption arc. I know people thought he was annoying and too mean and didn't deserve a redemption arc, but they finally did Bakugo good. How many seasons are? I think we're on season 9. The girl who can make, Creati, she can make anything if she knows how to make it. Have to make some gold bars so you never have to work again. Make your own electronics.
Hey, don't shoot!
How do you fall over those down?
Oh, you come over here. If you find something that looks like this, it allows you to calm down.
Yeah, I see. Thanks, sir.
Yeah, good luck out there.
Where they were. Yeah, thanks, man. You're around.
I like that one because she can eat whatever she wants. That is true. She can burn calories in the best way possible. Yes, you do need to finish My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is top 5, one of the greatest anime ever made. However, Frieren has replaced it on the top of the list for me. I truly, truly believe in my heart of hearts that Frieren Journey's End is the best anime ever made.
Don't shoot!
It is truly so good. How many calories would she need to make a mini nuke? Well, you know, in the final battles we watch her have, she eats a ton of cake and is able to make cannons and things like that, so probably not that many. She could always just eat a stick of uranium, you know. A stick of uranium has, what, like 20,000 calories in it? So, boom. But if you haven't watched it, Frieren is a must-watch anime. Blue Eye Samurai is a must-watch anime. Avatar: The Last Airbender is a must-watch anime. And The Boondocks. There's my list. Top 5. Frieren, Blue Eye Samurai, Boondocks, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and My Hero Academia. I have to disagree with the Frieren comment. I don't know what the anime I take its spot would be, but there's better anime than Frieren. Frieren has all the right vibes, and maybe it's because I'm an old person now, and they talk about regret, and I'm going to, one of these days, I'm going to buy the manga so that I can talk about it in depth, but like, I think it's maybe unintentionally a brilliant Christian work, talking about like trying to get to heaven, living a life full of regrets. All those sort of things are all really good themes that I really love to explore. So it just hits all the right vibes for me. Boondocks is good for the first 2 seasons. I feel like the 4th season of Boondocks kind of jumped the shark, but the first 2 seasons of Boondocks is absolute TV gold. Do we consider Boondocks anime? I consider Boondocks anime. It's animated. I know purists will argue that anime has to come from Japan, but here's the thing. Even Japanese anime sometimes is outsourced to Korea to draw, right? So, like, I don't believe that anime has to come from Japan to be anime. There are some purists who will disagree with that, but I don't see it as a must. Have you ever seen Made in Abyss? Sort of. I watched the first episode or two because so many people highly recommend Made in Abyss as an absolutely stunning and amazing anime. And I want to give it a real chance. But there's also, from what I've heard, there is an overwhelming amount of like gross and weird fetish stuff in the show that I haven't given it maybe a fair shake because I'm worried about getting to that stuff. Like, if the internet is to be believed, which, grain of salt, they say that, you know, by episode like 12 that there's episodes where like the children have to be punished, so they string them up without any clothes on for public embarrassment, and we're talking like 12-year-olds strung up in the nude, and that's problematic in quite a few things. So I haven't gotten that far into it because I'm kind of worried about that, to be honest. That doesn't happen. I have definitely seen some questionable screenshots from the show. So I know it's got some stuff that's out there, I'll say. The scene where they cut the robot's arm off. That's not too bad.
Don't shoot!
I hear somebody. Don't watch it with kids. I feel like there are very few anime that you could watch with kids. Like, even as much as I love My Hero Academia, if I had a kid, I'm not sure I would let them watch My Hero Academia for at least a little while. Like, there's... Even My Hero Academia is pretty tame by anime standards, and it's still got some pretty cringy and bad parts to it. Like, I hate that. I hate that about anime. I hate that there's this culture of anime that you have to have fan service, you have to have the weird lecherous stuff. Like, I just hate that that's a part of the anime culture. Like, somebody posted a clip of Fire Force, which apparently, like, I liked Fire Force the first season, but I stopped watching it. And apparently I made a good choice by stopping watching, because apparently Fire Force went full fan service after a little while, and like, they're firefighters fighting some sort of demon fire, and for some reason the demon fire has to rip the girl's clothes off. But she's saved because her sensei put a lecherous curse on her that makes her bend over. Like, what are we doing, Japan? Why is that necessary in any capacity? Why do we need to include that in every show? Why can't we just have good art and good story? Why do we have to taint everything with the cringy anime stuff? Japanese mangakas are a bit of pervs because they overly sexualize 16 and younger. I do not envy the manga makers. I know that it is an incredibly tough job, and I know that it's very demanding, and I know that they don't have work-life balances, and I know there's a lot of problems with it, so I don't envy their position, but they also make some really terrible choices. Like, we talk about this one all the time, but that's just because it is the quintessential thing, right? Like, My Hero Academia, Invisible Girl. There is no reason why Invisible Girl needs to be naked for her quirk to work. The fact that they found workarounds for everyone else, but Invisible Girl just still randomly has to be naked, just shows that it's not actually about artistic integrity. It's simply wanting to be pervy. And I hate that about anime. They could have found so many workarounds for it. Or if he didn't want to find a workaround from it, since, you know, he's the creator of the show and in charge of everything else, they could have just made it so her quirk also includes her clothes. Boom. Problem. The whole problem is just solved right there. I just solved his biggest problem. Her quirk makes her clothes also turn invisible. Boom. Problem solved. It was just fully unnecessary fan service. That's the thing about, like, it's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? It's your imagination. You can make it whatever you want to be. So yes, you can make drawbacks and flaws and stuff, but there's no reason that you can't just also be like, yeah, it also works very specifically on her clothes and nothing else. Boom. Nothing has changed, but now we don't have to have that. No, her quirk isn't that she's invisible. That's incorrect also. Her quirk is that she refracts light, and because she bends the light, it makes her invisible to the eye because she is bending the light. There's no reason that she couldn't also bend the light on her clothing. Not to actually her, but that's not actually her quirk. In the Dispatch game, Invisigirl's clothes turn invisible with her. When she picks stuff up, it's still visible. It's something that never needed to be a problem in the first place. And for some reason, the manga creators decided, let's make this a problem. All right, we got time for one more quick run. We want these darn prickly pears. Let's try one more time for a prickly pear. But here's the thing, like Mirio got special equipment that worked with his quirk, so there's no reason they couldn't also make special equipment work with her quirk. You know what other anime I'm really excited for another season of? Delicious in Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon was a fun, wholesome, good anime. We need more Delicious in Dungeon. I loved that one. Give me more of that. I hope they make her Funko soon. I still need the rest of Class 1A. Here's the thing. You could just buy an empty box and make that invisible. She's invisible. You could just have an empty display box and call it Invisible Girl. Like, You don't need to purchase a statue that's not there. I'm DMing a delicious and dungeon campaign in D&D. That sounds excellent. I need to figure out my mom and dad have agreed to play Dungeons and Dragons with me, so now I need to figure out what campaign I want to run for my parents. Like Curse of Strahd is a golden standard, but it's also very difficult, so I don't know that I want to do Curse of Strahd. Wild Beyond the Witchlight is a lot of fun, but I think it's a little too silly. So I don't know what campaign I'm going to run for them yet, but I got to start figuring it out. Alright, where... I am for sure the first person here. So where are my prickly pears? Oh. No, that's agave. Okay, we still need that. Agave is good to have, but where are the pears? I have to look up creatures they could potentially eat. I do like D&D with a bit more survival mechanics in it. Like, I've always wanted someone to make a good, like, Monster Hunter style D&D campaign where you've got to slay monsters, turn them into weapons, cook food. Like, I feel like there's a lot of potential there, but I know that most people don't like the nitty-gritty parts of D&D. Like, they don't want to track food and arrows and things like that, right? So I understand that's not everyone's dream campaign, but it definitely is for me. I love campaigns that are nitty-gritty. You have to track temperature and food and how many arrows you're holding and all those sort of things. I love that. I'm not a nerd. I collect out of the box. Ooh, a coffee pot. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. They did an empty box for John Cena. Speaking of John Cena, did you see that Jake and Logan Paul have another fight coming up sponsored by Netflix? It's like Jake Paul versus some dude named Tank. I have no idea who Tank is, but apparently the first fight against Mike Tyson did so well that they're doing another fight, so they're in a mushroom village. We like mushrooms here. I am a fan of mushrooms. Some dude named Tank. I don't know who he is. Who is Tank? Is he a boxer? Is he a fighter? Like, is he someone famous? Like, I don't know. Am I supposed to know who Tank is? Which, okay. Since we're almost done here, I know this is going to upset Dex, so I'm sorry. I know this will upset you to start with, Dex. Yesterday, or this weekend, I was listening to that song, the Why Do I Always Feel Like Somebody's Watching Me song. The Why Do I Always Feel Like Somebody Is Watching Me. That one. Did you know that's not Michael Jackson? He's one of the most popular boxers in America. No idea. Because I was listening to that Why Is Somebody Always Watching Me song, and I could have swore that song was Michael Jackson's song, but apparently it's not. Because when I was listening to it on Spotify, someone else's name popped up. Maybe it was a cover. Maybe I was right in that it is a Michael Jackson song, but now I'm second guessing myself on whether or not that song was written and performed by Michael Jackson. In my defense, it sounds like Michael Jackson. It's not a Michael Jackson song. It's Rockwell. See, I've never heard of Rockwell before, so... I'm pretty sure it was sung by Michael Jackson originally. Did Rockwell cover it? Is that what you mean? Like they did a cover and it just became popular? There's not a lot of loot here. We are doing terribly on loot. I said what I said. So see, I learned something. It's not Michael Jackson. To be fair, though, I know that Michael Jackson was like the king of pop or something like that, but like I could probably only name 2 Michael Jackson songs. Like, he does Beat It and Thriller. And I think those are the only Michael Jackson songs that I could probably name. So, it's not like I'm an authority on Michael Jackson. Have the day you deserve. I'm sorry, Dex. We had to end with a little bit of music knowledge because I learned something. It's not my fault that I can't name Michael Jackson songs. If his songs were better, I might know more. Okay, there's someone over there. I can see the enemy sees them. So the question is, are they still over there? Or... give it a second here. Yes, guard me, little angry ball of fire. Protect me. Alright, we made it out alive again. Still no prickly pears, though. Still no pears. But we did level up, so we got something out of it. Alright, that is it for me today. It is time for me to go do some chores and get ready for work. It is Monday. Are you all excited for a fun Monday of work? So let's end with our prayer as always. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Lord, thank you for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue to pray for all the people who don't have food, all the people who are wondering where their next meal will come from, all the people who are struggling with the uncertainty around food stamps. Lord, help them. We pray for all the souls in purgatory, all the souls who've been forgotten, all the souls who have no one left to pray for them. Lord, help them. We pray for all the victims of war, all the victims of violence, all the victims of politics. Lord, help them. And finally, as a special intention, we pray for all those who are sick, all the people currently in a hospital, or all those who've come home from a hospital and are recovering. Lord, help them to recover. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. thank you for hanging out with me today. As always, I appreciate it. Go and have a good Monday. We'll be back at it on Friday. Hopefully Wednesday. Hopefully Donkey Kong will be here. I don't think so, but maybe Donkey Kong on Wednesday. So as always, I appreciate you all hanging out with me and chatting with me. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you on Wednesday.